before we start, just tell me a little bit about how long you've been into coaching. And I know you did a stint at Huntington High and then Huntington. Tell me the breakdown of all the years. Okay, go ahead.
Well, started my coaching career at Ashland, Kentucky in 1951. Spent 6 years there. Moved to Gallipolis, Ohio for 3 years. Came back to Huntington High School for 7 years. And I've been at East now 25 years.
I'll be done. So, and your age nowadays, Coach?
Oh, you would have to bring that up, wouldn't you? Well, I'm 67, but I feel like I'm 21, so that's the important thing.
Okay. Tell me a little bit about how you evolved into the coaching and what got you into it. Is it something you just always wanted to do?
Well, believe it or not, there was 5 of us at Barbersville that went out for football in the 7th grade under Coach Tony Lance and Coach Willis Hertig. At that time, they didn't have middle schools or anything like that, so if you had the opportunity to go out, we went out. And I knew from the 7th grade on that I wanted to coach.
What is it about it that you like, Coach? I mean, you have to like the kids because you wouldn't have been in it for so long.
Well, I think that's part of it. I think that's a lot of it, is the thing that to be associated with young kids and to see them grow, to see them mature, to see them prosper, and your heart breaks when one of them might fail someplace along the way. Basically, the kids, I think, is the greatest thing.
You told me about your career at Marshall. Tell me a little bit about what it was like to play under Cam Henderson. I'm sure he influenced you.
Yeah. I'll tell you something I'm awful proud of. The fact that I did play under Coach Henderson and the fact that I was there after he quit coaching, it was just something that a person couldn't believe until they experienced it. He was the type of person that could get every ounce of strength and everything you had in your body to play. Just to be around him was something great. And I'm proud of one thing, which no one else probably even thinks of, but I'm the last of the Henderson coaches, active coaching.
Really?
And that, to me, I know he would have liked it.
Did you take some of what he taught you and use it yourself?
Well, believe it or not, we're using the same offensive line blocking that we used back when we were in college. We haven't changed a bit. Our trap is the same. The old man was ahead of a lot of people. Just a great person. But I spent a lot of time with him after he quit football. And I would come from class and go in and talk to him, and great man, a lot of respect for him.
And you still wanted to, he'd only let you play one way though, is that what you told me?
Well, he said if you get hurt in football, you're going to get hurt playing defense. So I was an offensive person from then on, which actually back in those days you felt like if you were only playing one way, you weren't part of the program, because everyone went both ways, you know. But I enjoyed it.
Do you have a win, Coach, or a game that sticks out in your mind as a coach that maybe is above or beyond all the rest of them, or do they all kind of fall into the same?
Well, I think the greatest thing, I've always told my kids that to have a good season, and I thought would be a good season, would be the fact that you won 10 straight ball games and every one that you played just lost one. And we played Barbersville, I think, probably, and of course Thornburg and I are great friends as far as that's concerned, but probably one of the highlights of our career my career was the fact that we beat them when they were 9-0 and we were 9-0, and we went on to the state playoff that year.
You never have completely gone over the top and won the state, but that's kind of difficult to do these days.
It sure is. We've since I've been at East, we've been in the playoffs 4 times. Huntington High School, we were twice in the playoffs, and of course the Huntington High series was when you just had 2 main teams in the state that went to the playoff, and we had to be one of them twice.
Is that rivalry still big to you, Coach, the Huntington High rivalry?
Well, yeah, I think Huntington High is a big rivalry naturally, but you know, the Barbersville, the Milton, our little county group is tough, and they all I think are rivals as far as I'm concerned.
You know, you mentioned your age, but like you say, you're really in great health. How long do you want to coach? You want to go on until you can't anymore?
Well, I wouldn't retire. I mean, they'll have to get rid of me, and then when they get rid of me, I'm going to take some of them with me. No, I want to stay in coaching, and as long as I'm healthy and as long as I can contribute, I'm going to stay.
All right. That's great, Coach. I got that right. Tell me about Coach Sang. Obviously, you have a real close tie with him, also playing football for him. How do you separate the two? Is that tough?
No, sir. He treats me just like every other player on the team. We got a great relationship, and he's been a great role model for me, and I don't know what I'd do without him.
He seems to be like the perfect, prototypical football coach. You know, he's a guy who's lived football. He's been around it his whole life, and I guess that's why you came to like football so much.
Yeah. Well, the good thing was when I decided to play, he did not pressure me at all. It was just my decision. He said I could do whatever I wanted, so he's a great guy, you know.
Yeah, is it tough for him to separate your relationship on the field, or does he do it pretty well?
I don't think so. We've got a pretty good system, you know. It's really no different because he's pretty tough all the time, you know, but he's really great.
He says he pretty much raised you. Is that right, from Midland?
Yes, sir. I've lived with him all my life.
Really? So he's not really a grandfather so much. He's almost like a dad.
He's more like a father figure. He really is. He's been my dad.
All right. Thanks, Ben. I appreciate it.
Party. Huntington East homecoming queen Ashley Thompson, last queen at East. And the boys make her proud. They're leading 10-0 in the third period. The Highlanders' Mike Blake, he gets loose with the touchdown and he's in, and the score is 16-0. Midland comes back, though. The Knights not dead in the third quarter. Campbell Midland goes to the air. Are you kidding me? The bomb. Jeremy Leggett to Jim Chapman. They're not gonna get him. 62 yards for the touchdown. It's 16-6. In the fourth, Midland strikes again. Leggett to Chapman through the air, 16-14. With less than a minute to play, Midland with the ball. Fourth down. Leggett goes to the air, trying to keep Midland alive, and he's picked. Jake Short comes up with it, and yes, Huntington East pulls off the major league upset, and Bob Sang is loving it.
I just think we fought ourselves, you know, as well as we could, and we didn't make as many mistakes as we have been mistaken. Good football game. Hell, I love it, baby. I love it.
Oh, Bobby, let's go check out the action from Mann and George Washington, Laidley Field. The Patriots of... In high school football for Huntington East fans, there will be no better way to go out than with a victory. Let's check out the Highlanders in their final game in the Bass Files. There's nothing Bob Sang would like more than for Huntington East to go out a winner.
Our kids are real high right now because of our last week's game, but they're going to have to realize, and we've been preaching all week, that even though Point is suffering a little bit, like we have suffered some this year, they're still dangerous on their field. We always have a tough time when we go to Point Pleasant.
In a career filled with big victories, Sang tacked another one on last Friday night. His Highlanders built a 16-0 lead and then held on to upset Cabell Midland. A few games ago, Sang made a change at quarterback, and it's helped get the Highlanders going.
We spread our offense out pretty well anyway, but we spread it out a little bit more this past week. They have big, strong kids, and I think we don't have a lot of speed, but we have some quickness, and we're small. I knew we couldn't battle them up front there all the time, so that's why we spread it out and start throwing the ball some, and then we run our option off of it.
Next season, Sang would like to take over as the head coach of the new consolidated Huntington High School. But for now, his thoughts are filled of the journey's end for Huntington East.
That kind of gets to me when you talk about that. Yeah. I try not to think of it through the week or any time, and I probably won't really think of it till the time comes. But you know, any place I've been, I've been dedicated and love the schools I've been in. And I spent 7 good years at Huntington High School, so this putting them together will be fun for me. I like it.